All right, let's talk about the talking points of 2024. We're gonna say the last 6 months of 2024 compared to where we are now. Last year, around this time, before the election, all I heard people talking about was inflation. All I heard people talking about was inflation. All I heard people talking about was the economy. All I heard people talking about shrinkflation. People talking about the price of everything. They were saying that Joe Biden was incoherent. They were saying they're going to vote for Trump because he'll be great for the country because he's a businessman. These are some of the talking points that we talked about in 2024. Fast forward to now, 2025. No. Let me go back. I almost missed one. We talked about Israel. They talked about how Israel and free Palestine was a big talking point last year. Everybody was saying free Palestine. So last year we were talking about the economy. We were talking about free Palestine. We were talking about how incoherent Joe Biden was. That's what the main talking points was of 2024. People was talking about prices. People was talking about inflation, and all I heard about was inflation. So now that the inflation has went up, the price of everything is going up. It's still rising. The tariffs is hurting the country. We have a authoritarian running our country. Freedom of speech. You got to be careful what you say these days. You got to be careful if you speak Spanish. If you speak Spanish and you look Spanish, you got to be careful. ICE is coming after people on their jobs. They're coming after people from all different angles. And they said they would do this. They also said they would do tariffs. But nobody believed it. Everybody thought that it was just talking points because people choose to believe what they want to believe when it comes to Donald Trump. If you talked to any Trump supporter last year, you heard them say, oh, he won't do that. Or, oh, he'll do this. And appreciate you, Baston. I really appreciate you. He won't do that. He won't do this is what we heard. We heard people chose to believe out of whatever came out of his mouth what they wanted to believe. They chose to believe that when he said things like, I'm going to go after the immigrants, they thought he was only going to go after the criminals. They really believed that he was only going to target MS-13, people that's criminals, go after people with records. They believed that. They believed that he could fix the economy. Like he said, on day one, he was going to come in and he's going to fix the economy. Inflation is going to go down. The price of everything is going to be cheap. They believed that he would end all of the wars. They believed that he would end the Russian war on day one, because that's what people who voted for Donald Trump, I believe that's what they believed. But they also believed that Joe Biden was too old, and they believed that he was demented, and they believed that he wasn't running the show. He was just a puppet, and that, he don't even know what's going on. That's what they believed. But now, fast forward to now, Donald Trump is, well, this administration, I'm going to say, because I don't want my feet to get cut, is going after people that's black and brown. They're going after people with military. They're putting the military in the streets. They're coming after people that they're ripping people away from kids, from their parents. These ICE people don't have they much, if you ain't ever liked the police, right? You really won't like ICE, because ICE, they don't care about people. They just grab people, snatch them. They don't care if the kids are screaming. They don't care if you screaming. They don't care what you're saying. They're going to grab you and they're going to take you. That's what's going on. They believe that he would stop the border crossings and that this country will be safe. He said it would be safe. He said it would be secure. And they believe that. So the thing is, a lot of people that's black and brown voted for this man because of that's the kind of stuff that they believed. They believe he was great for the economy. They believe that he would help them get a job. They believe that, they would be living a luxurious lifestyle. That's what they believe. But right now, where we are right now in the current state, 2025, everything that they believed is the opposite of what we believed. We believed what's happening right now would happen. We believed that. The people that voted for Kamala believed that everything that's going on, because she told you, like, we saw it with our own eyes, and we ain't need nobody to tell us because we saw it. We believed that Project 2025 was going to be in full effect. We believed that Trump was going to mess up everything. We believed that the economy was going to start getting worse. We believed that ICE is going to take innocent people. This is the kind of stuff that we believed. We believed this. But they believed the opposite. So now, today, I saw a video that I want to show y'all. That Jerome Powell came out, which is the Fed chair, and he talked about what's going on with our economy. So y'all pay attention real quick.
My colleagues and I remain squarely focused on achieving our dual mandate goals of maximum employment and stable prices for the benefit of the American people. While the unemployment rate remains low, it has edged up. Job gains have slowed, and downside risks to employment have risen. At the same time, inflation has risen recently and remains somewhat elevated. In support of our goals, and in light of the shift in the balance of risks, today the Federal Open Market Committee decided to lower our policy interest rate by 0.25 percentage point. We also decided to continue to reduce our securities holdings. I'll have more to say about monetary policy after briefly reviewing economic developments. Recent indicators suggest that growth of economic activity has moderated. GDP rose at a pace of around 1.5% in the first half of the year, down from 2.5% last year. The moderation in growth largely reflects a slowdown in consumer spending. In contrast, business investment in equipment and intangibles has picked up.
So long story short, y'all heard it from the Fed chair, Jerome Powell. He was talking about how this economy is not looking good. He talked about, like, basically without saying, we're headed into a recession, because people, first and foremost, the government is shut down because the GOP, the Republican Party, is trying to take away people's health care. This is the reason for the government shutdown. Hello, Katrina, how you doing? That's the reason for the government shutdown, because they want to take away people's health care. They want to take the money because they think they try to say that the money that they're giving to health care and the people at the bottom via like food stamps and SNAP programs and all that stuff, they try to make it sound like that's the reason why this country is starting to fail. But that's not what's happening. But that's what they want to blame it on. They want to blame it on that. So therefore, the House and the Senate and the House, the Senate, Supreme Court, the president, all the branches of government is being controlled by the Republican Party right now. And Marjorie Taylor Greene is even coming out against this MAGA movement, which she strongly supported and helped him win. Joe Rogan is coming out and saying things about how ICE is treating people. Like the people that helped this guy win are coming out now and realizing that what they thought they were voting for and what they thought they were getting is not what they helped him win and achieve. So right now, I'm gonna tell y'all this. The reason why I went live is because I want y'all to understand something. Hold on to your money. Don't do any unnecessary spending. Don't spend money if you don't need to, because what's going to happen is, if you spend money that you don't need to spend, you're going to end up in a bad situation, because everything is still going up. Unemployment is going up. Job market is getting scarce. Right now, if you got a job, just do your best at your job. Work hard. Put the work in. Put your hours in. Try to save your money. Like when I tell you don't do any unnecessary spending, this is going to be the only way that you're going to survive this next 3 years, because y'all see the damage that's been done already in 10 months. Look at the damage that's been done in 10 months. So how do y'all think that we survive when everything is going up, when the cost of just basic needs are going up, and there's no help on the way. Everybody who I know is either working 2 jobs, working overtime, doing gig work, working 60, 70, 80 hours a week just to survive right now. And a lot of people are in school and colleges, and when they're graduating and getting out, it's no work. It's no fair work. It's work, but it's not what they went to school for. The pay don't add up to the job. You know, myself, I was looking at actually potentially going back to school to be an athletic trainer, because I'm really into sports, and I've done personal training, and I'm actually a massage therapist as well. So I was like, you know what, athletic trainer sounds like something I want to do. However, to be an athletic trainer, I would have to go back to school and get my master's, and to make $25 an hour, $27 an hour. I make more than that already. So I'm trying to understand how they're trying to make. Not only are you going back to school for things, they're making you have to get PhDs and master's degrees. They're making the school requirements even bigger than what they ever been. Like, you never needed, like, you only needed a bachelor's and associates for a lot of these degrees, but now you have to have a master's, a PhD, and then you go to school and you rack up $100,000 in debt or whatever, somewhere around that number. You get out and you're making $25, $27 an hour. I want to know, how are you supposed to survive making that kind of money when most of the rent where I live at in Florida is just for a 1-bedroom apartment starts anywhere from $1,200 to about $1,500 to be on the lower end of town, and if you want to live downtown, you're over $2,000. So how is it that going to school, or how do you? It was a time where people told you, go to college, get your degree, and you will be successful. You will be able to pay all your bills. But now, that's not the case. People who are going to college and getting degrees are getting out and realizing that the degrees that they went to school for can't even support their basic needs. And this guy, Brian, said that that's why Trump is going to get rid of the illegal aliens, so there will be work. Brian, let me ask you a question. Brian, truthfully. Do you really believe that it's the problem? Like, in your heart and what you see with your brain, do you really believe that getting rid of illegal aliens is the reason? Well, and when you say illegal aliens, if you can clarify that, are we talking about Mexicans? Are we talking about Hispanics? Who are we talking about when you say illegal aliens? Because I see illegal aliens coming on airplanes all the time. We don't talk about these people, the people that come from other countries abroad on airplanes, and they come to this country and somehow they buying up all the land, buying up all the real estate. Are we talking about those illegal aliens? It's the reason why we don't have work. Are we talking about the illegal aliens that y'all classify as illegal aliens, which is Mexicans? I'm just trying to understand, because by getting rid of the Mexican population and taking them and sending them back to Mexico ain't going to fix anything. It's not going to fix nothing, because you know what? The jobs they do, I know you, Brian, you're not willing to do it. I don't know you, but I know you ain't willing to do it. I'm not willing to do it. Nobody on here is probably willing to do it. I'm not going to pick no strawberries, bro. So if you think that it's if you really think that it's the issue, then I think that you need to pay more attention to politics, because that has nothing to do with what's going on right now. So let's talk about that for a second, Brian. Joe Biden supposedly had more border crossings by the 10,000s a day. Is what y'all used to say. Y'all said it was people coming in droves, and they were coming by the 10,000s and all of this stuff. They were coming into this country, pouring in Florida, and the gates were open. People could just walk straight across the border and walk straight inside countries, which y'all believed, right? But even when that happened, we still had money. We still wasn't struggling. We still had a job market. Like, I can go back to 2 years ago. Let's rewind back to 2023. People were complaining that they didn't have enough workers. A lot of these jobs were offering bonuses. They were offering, remote work bonuses, all kind of jobs, because they couldn't get people to fill in these positions. So that was under Joe Biden. Under Joe Biden, it was more jobs. Everywhere I went, I saw not hiring. Everywhere I went, I don't care if it was a fast food place. I don't care if it was a restaurant, a mall, a clothing store. I don't care what kind of building you went to, you're seeing not hiring under Joe Biden. But now, if I'm wrong, tell me, who's hiring now? Where are the jobs? Where are the jobs right now? Because supposedly we already fixed the problem at the border. Based on what we were told, they already stopped the border crossings. They already secured the border, and they got all these people out of here. So why is it that it's no job still if that's the solution? And that's what I'm not trying to understand. And Joseph Bridgewater, you are correct. Please hold on to your money. Don't buy nothing for Christmas. Sorry. Just have a nice dinner. And if you got kids, get them a little bit of Robux or something. But don't go crazy on Christmas, because we need the major retail giants to feel what we're feeling. We need the big companies and the big corporate people who have all of the money already. We need them to feel it. So this year, Halloween and Christmas is canceled. Don't spend your money. Don't go out and spend your money, because by this time next year, you're going to regret spending that money if you spend it. I'm telling you right now, don't spend your money. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, a creator and beyond. Plenty of people hiring. Where are they hiring at? Can you list some of those jobs that are actually a livable wage that's hiring? Especially since you said there's people hiring, I would like to know the information. Just send us the information. I mean, if it's plenty of people hiring, let's see. Shopping on TikTok. Hey, I don't know about shopping on TikTok, because you got to be careful with the tariffs. If you get the stuff, then you got to worry if you're going to be tariffed. I know someone who just recently went out and bought some football equipment for his kid, and he bought it on like one of these Temu probably, and it came. And then before he could have it released, he had to pay the tariffs. So they let him buy the stuff at the whatever cheap price, and he thought he was in the clear. And then when he went to go get it, they made him pay the tariffs on the stuff that he ordered. So I don't know if we want to order stuff. I mean, that's the whole idea. That's the reason why he was trying to put the tariffs on it, because he said that it's going to force people to buy American. But the problem with buying American, nothing is still American. The only thing that's going to happen is these big companies are going to buy it from China. Right now, they're eating the tariffs. They're eating the tariffs right now. But if you listen to any kind of CNBC or anything, you will see that they're starting to complain about eating the tariffs. They get to the point to where they do not want to eat the tariffs. They're passing on the tariff prices to the consumers. So all I'm going to say is be careful where you shop, be careful what you buy. But I would recommend you not spend a lot of money. Just let's go back to when you made things for people for like their birthdays, and it was the thought that counted. Because if you spend your money right now, I don't know how you're going to get it back. I don't know if you're going to be able to get it back. And I know some people have great jobs and they still got good money, but what I'm telling you is you might be okay right now. But once it trickles, it's a trickle up effect. It's not going to be a trickle down. The people at the bottom are already saying it. The people that's lower middle class and the people that's in the middle class that used to be the middle class, they are already saying that they're struggling. So what is going to happen is, instead of trickling down, it's going to trickle up. It's going to start going up the ladder. People who make hundreds of thousands of dollars per year, they're going to start feeling the next. Because what's going to happen is the people at the bottom is not going to have nothing else to give. We can't keep giving something that we don't have. The people at the bottom cannot keep giving. It comes to a point where it's going to stop giving, and then the middle class, the upper middle class people are going to start feeling it, because a lot of upper middle class people have investments. They have investments, they have stocks, they have bonds, they have IRA accounts, they have all of this money market accounts and all of this money. So right now they all feel good about it. But what's going to happen is, when the people at the bottom stop spending, the people at the top are going to start feeling it. Yes, thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Melissa. The smart thing is I tell you, save your money, stop shopping, find a way to save. If you can't save like a lot at a time, because it's just hard right now. I'm talking about the money that you do have, that you're going out and buying food that's overpriced, and you're going out and having these nice dinners and stuff. Like, cook your own food, save your money where you can save it. If you ever look at your economics and you start really thinking about where your money is going, I've done an experiment before on my own money. I'm sure some of y'all probably have. You will notice that most of your money goes to food. It goes out to eating out and doing stuff like that. We got to stop dining out. We got to stop ordering DoorDash. I know the grocery is getting higher, but it's still cheaper to go to the grocery store and cook some food yourself. Because when you go out to these restaurants, they want you to tip, because they don't want to pay the workers no more. Like, nobody wants to pay workers no more. They want you to tip them on a carry out now. You go pick up your own food. And they're like, do you want to leave a tip? Just for the person putting the food out there on the counter, they want you to tip them because they're not paying them enough. Yeah, I do understand that, Mr. Straight Facts. Not all companies are eating the tariffs. It's called sneakflation we're paying. You're right about that. Because things are really getting smaller, and if you go to Walmart, what they're doing is they're taking things that used to be like certain items are going down if you pay attention, but most of them are going up. So they put these little rollbacks on it to make you think that it went down a lot of times, but it ain't really go down. Like I know because I've been shopping on Walmart a lot, because I used to not like to shop at Walmart, but guess what? That's all I can afford right now. So I've been watching some of the prices of things. They say that went down, that rolled back, but if I can show you my receipts that it's going up, it's not rolling back. They just telling us that so we'll fall for it. Let's see right here. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so yeah, you're right, Melissa. You know, I know it's hard to find time to cook, but the best option is to meal prep if you don't have time to cook, because nobody has time to cook these days because we all working 70 80 hours and we not getting no sleep. We sleeping like three to 6 hours a night, and we all gonna have bad health if we keep on moving like this. So my best thing I could tell you is try to meal prep, but I know that sometimes it's hard too. But you gotta sometimes go back to, I don't know how you is, but like you gotta get back to the beans. Cook some beans and some meat and some rice. That'll last you for a couple of days. Stick it in the refrigerator and find a way to just heat it up. I know nobody says it's so hard to cook. I work 2 jobs. I feel bad for everybody because it is hard to cook when you're working 2 jobs. It's hard to cook when you're working 1 job now because you're working so many hours. But I say if you're going to eat out, be smart, because I can tell you right now, if you have a family of 4, the best option is to buy pizza. I know you probably don't like pizza. I know you probably like it ain't healthy for me, but it goes the furthest for your money, because you can go a lot of times, like Domino's, Pizza Hut, like, Hunger House. They all have some kind of special. Go get you some pizza. I know you probably want to eat pizza, but get some pizza. That's cheap. Sam's Club got the chicken, the rotisserie chickens for $5. Get you some $5 rotisseries. Get you some romaine lettuce. Get you some salad dressing. Like, eat some. I know you don't want to probably eat chicken salads and stuff like that, but you got to learn how to stretch a little bit and try to prepare a little bit, because just eating out right now, like, the price of everything is getting so expensive. Even to go to McDonald's, the value meal, they had a $5 meal they was pushing with the double cheeseburger and the 4 nuggets and the drink and the fries, right? It was like 4 things you got, and it wasn't too bad. I mean, I don't really like McDonald's. I don't eat it like that, but for $5, it was a good deal. It's a bargain to eat. It's a cheap way to eat. But now they just took it up to like $6 or $7, depending on where you live at. And I'm like, Checkers got the Glorilla meal for like $4, and but we got to, sorry, I know it ain't healthy food. I know it ain't good for us, but we got to find a way to just keep the cost down, because food is going to eat up your money, your finances. I'm telling you, food is the biggest thing that's going to kill you when it comes to like finances. Nobody said beans and rice. Yes, the beans and rice would go very far. Said, where do you heat up food when you drive for a living? Let me ask you, what kind of driving are you doing? Like long distance? Are you doing like Uber? Like, what kind of driving are you doing? I mean, I do have a few suggestions because I move around a lot myself, and I got a few suggestions. Wait, let's see what it says. Community flag comments detected. I don't care about that. Well, I didn't mean to send an invitation to somebody that was trying to scroll, but if you accept, you accept. It was an accident. I'm trying to scroll. I don't know what's going on. It's not letting me scroll no more. I don't know what's going on. Let's try this. Try that, and then let's try to scroll now. Okay, so now I'm trying to see the comments. Okay, here we go. I know, like I said, it's unhealthy to eat when you're out driving and grab stuff, but Circle K got a $3 deal. They got like you get the soda, the hot dog, and the chips for $3. It's horrible for your health. I'm not gonna lie to you, but if you gotta eat something and you're trying to save some money, it might be a better option right now. That's the sad part, is that the unhealthiest food is the cheapest food. So just try not to eat too much unhealthy food. Eat what eat what you can afford, but try to save money in the food department, because I can tell you the hardest thing to do is to save money and to bargain when you paying bills with all your money. When you look at your monthly expenses, and it's at right now for a lot of us, it's exceeding your income. You gotta find a way. You gotta find a way. It's not easy. I might even myself. I'm trying to find ways. Cut your subscriptions. Cut your subscriptions. Cut subscriptions off of TV services. I know you like to watch the shows. If you got a Fire Stick, they got something called BTV. Go download it. It's not that hard. You know, Amir invites you to co-host. I don't know. Amir Jani, what are we co-hosting? I don't know if I want to do that right now. I'm gonna take that away for right now. I don't know. Are you in his live? Are you in his live at all? Costco still have cheap food in their cafeteria. Yes, Costco, Sam's Club and Costco both have like a 16-inch pizza for like $10. You know, that's why I say pizza is cheap. You can go get a $10 pizza. It's a 16-inch pizza. I know it ain't healthy for you, and I know some of y'all get acid reflux, and it's gonna be hard to be eating pizza, and you get tired of eating that kind of stuff. But guess what? We gotta find a way. Tubi is free with a smart TV. If you don't mind watching commercials, Tubi is free. But also BTV. If you got a Fire Stick, download BTV. And it does lag a little bit, and you do have some buffering going on, but you still can watch your favorite shows. It ain't gonna cost you no money. And it won't get you in trouble, at least right now. I don't know. So, I mean, I've been using it for years, never had no issues. You can do it on your smartphone, your TV, your device. It don't only have to be on Fire Sticks. If you got Android, I don't know if Apple phones will let you do it, but I do know Android devices will. People that's in the chat, I want y'all to tell me more ways that we can save money right now, because this economy is going to have a lot of us in a lot of debt, because in Florida right now, we're number 2 for credit card utilization. They said people are using their credit cards to buy food, to pay bills. And I'm one of those people. I'm not going to lie to y'all. It's called BTV, BEE-TV. BEE-TV. Yeah, I'm in Florida too, nobody. Like, Florida is rough right now. Our governor is a jerk. I'd be trying not to say too much because I don't want to get my live feed cut, but he a jerk and he don't care about nobody's feelings. He don't care about what you got going on, unless it's about taking money from Medicaid. Then he cares about that. So I'm just trying to right now help y'all with this economy, come up with ways to bargain, like to try to find ways to save. It's hard to save, but I found myself successfully saving by just try to put, if you got $10, $20 a week, just put that aside. And some of us don't got it. If you don't got it, you don't got it. But that's why I go back to, oh yeah, Texas, Sharon, Texas is number 1 on the list. Texas is number 1 on the list for credit card utilization right now. They have a really big problem in Texas with Governor Abbott. Governor Abbott is just a horrible person. He don't care about people. He care about money, like most of the Republicans do. Dr. Sledge, yes, we do need to incorporate more fruit and vegetables into our diet. I can give y'all some tips on that too, because I've been doing some of that too. Right now, Walmart, last time I checked, they had a head of romaine lettuce for $2. Walmart don't have the best produce. I can tell y'all right now, it's not going to be that great all the times, but sometimes it's hit or miss. Walmart got, they got the romaine lettuce, $2. You get one for $2. They got the grapes on sale, like $1.87 a pound, depending on where you live at. They got grapes on sale. And I recommend some of y'all to grow some things. Like if you got space in your yard, plant some trees. Like me, I plant trees. The lady at Walmart charged off. I charge my food too, like a lot of times, and I'm paying. Like right now, I looked at my bank statement, and most of my bills are credit cards that I'm having to pay back for using their money. But as I was saying, plant your own food, grow your own food, buy some chickens. I got chickens too. Buy some chickens. They can eat the feed that you buy from them, from like Walmart or from any kind of feed store, like Tractor Supply, anywhere like that. And they can also eat table food. Like if you got some leftover lettuce, like I said, with the lettuce or any fruit or vegetables or any kind of food, rice, pasta, you got leftover, feed it to the chickens. That's how you can get your eggs. Save some money on that department, because it's actually pretty cheap. The most expensive part would be buying your little coop, putting it together, making sure no raccoons or no predators come and get your chickens. But once you do that, you got eggs, right? Pineapples. I don't know if y'all noticed. Cut the top off the pineapple. Cut the top off the pineapple. Stick it in the dirt. You can. It's so easy with the grow pineapples. Stick it in a pot. That's a 5-gallon, 10-gallon pot. Cut the top off the pineapple, and you put the base of it. So if this is the top of the pineapple, you put the base of it in the dirt like this. Just stick it up in the dirt, twist it in a little bit, just a little bit. Put a little bit of water on it. Takes like a year for your pineapples to grow, but that's how you grow pineapples. Get you some mango trees if you live in the climate like I live in. I'm sorry that you don't have the option, because like the eggs from the chickens, like they keep you fully supplied. I have like 4 chickens, and there's so many eggs. I'll be having to give them away because they give you like an egg a day. So that's like 4 eggs a day that I get from these chickens. And you know, I give a lot of them away. I wish you lived close. I'm in Tampa. If you're in Tampa, close by, I got you. I got you. Try to grow some stuff. Like peppers are not hard to grow. They don't take a lot, you know. Trees are usually easy. Banana trees. I got banana trees, mangoes, peaches, this kind of stuff. If you live in the climate for it, grow it. If you live up north, grow some apple trees. Go out and buy a tree. Sometimes the tree might be $30, $40 to go buy it, but buy some trees if you got space for it. Start growing your own food, because we got to find ways to save money, because in this economy right now, like I tell y'all, we are struggling. It's getting hard out here. It's only getting worse. And I don't know if y'all are paying attention to politics in the way that I do, but you will know if you are paying attention that we're headed towards a recession, or even worse, we might be in a depression, but it's coming, and it's coming fast. So based on the GDP, the growth rate of GDP, based on the unemployment numbers, based on the job market, it's all the signs are there and it's starting to show. Don't get left behind and be homeless and being evicted out your apartments, your houses, and get behind on your mortgages, because they waiting for you to get behind so they can take it. They gonna take it if you let them take it from you. Oh, you was in St. Pete? Yeah, St. Pete, you can grow everything. In Pensacola, I think you can grow most of it in Pensacola, but you gotta have space. But Pensacola, I know most of y'all live on the beach, so you probably won't have nowhere to really grow the stuff unless you can grow in pots. But that's pretty much my advice for everybody with this economy. I showed y'all what Jerome Powell, the Fed chair, had to say about the economy. He's worried. The McDonald's CEO is worried. The Walmart people are starting to talk about consumer spending. So this Christmas and this Black Friday, let's make them feel it. Let's not go out and shop. Let's try not to shop if we don't need to. Yeah, potatoes. I tried potatoes, and I heard they're really easy, but I haven't really been successful. I'm gonna try them again though. I'm not gonna give up on potatoes, because I know you could just cut them, stick them in the dirt, water it, get you, but the soil got to be really loose and all of that. So we could try to grow some potatoes, but try to grow your own food. Try to grow your own food, because if you're growing it, romaine lettuce. If you buy that $2 romaine lettuce from Walmart, right? Like I told you about the pineapples, once you chop the top of the lettuce off, stick the other part in the dirt, it'll start growing back. Same thing. You can grow broccoli by sticking the stem in the dirt. You can grow usually collard greens, kale, any plant that got like a stem. You can stick that stem in the ground and it'll start to grow back. So onions, stick your onions in the ground if it's starting to go back. Grow your food. And if your food is getting kind of old and you don't want to throw it out, freeze your food. We got to find ways to save money, because right now this economy under this administration is getting to the point to where no one is going to be able to afford it. If you're working, I'm sorry, work hard, keep working hard. And if you want to decorate for Halloween, yes, you can go to the thrift stores, but some of the thrift stores are even inflated out here, man. These people, some of the thrift stores want just as much as the regular stores. So maybe some yard sales. Marketplace is a good place. I feel like I can tell too that people are struggling, because Marketplace, you see stuff on there that's like super dirt cheap. It's insanely low. That's another sign that people are struggling. They're trying to get anything they can get. If you got a car, pick up on some gig work. And just try to do it if you can, a couple hours a week. Try to find ways to get money. I want to start a group of so we can all help each other, like as far as telling about jobs, telling us about how we can get ways to get money and save money. So I'm looking forward to that. You picked up a couple moms and the single owners. That's really good. You know, sometimes you can find people that have nurseries too. Like KPE said, you can find nurseries on Marketplace and stuff like that too. And he said, I try to support the local people before the big box. Yes, let's try not to support the big stores, because they the reason, the greed, the American greed is the reason why we're all struggling and we all in this mess, is because the greed of these big corporate American stores. who just got all the money, and BlackRock is just, you know, if y'all don't know about BlackRock, look up BlackRock. They own everything. Vanguard, I think BlackRock, and it's one more. I'm gonna remember the other one next time. But that's where we at. It gets real political. I appreciate everybody who took time to sit here and watch this live. I appreciate everybody who's liking, commenting, and subscribing to my videos. I'm trying to get these numbers up. Make sure y'all go to my YouTube as well. The link is in my bio. Let's try to work on it, because if we can build this platform by next year, by the time it's election time, we can try to win back some of those seats. Because y'all know I didn't talk about the gerrymandering today, about how they're trying to take all of the gerrymandering and trying to take all the seats in the House. But we're going to get on that topic next time. Like I said, I appreciate everybody for support. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. If I missed something, make sure y'all send me some comments. Let me know. Send me messages. And let's go. We're going to keep it going.